Welcome to the Big E. My name is Jasmine. Today I am talking about how do we embellish in our life. It's really telling these little white lies, whether it's telling them to ourselves and not even recognizing what our body does or these patterns that we repeat. Are you aware of how you embellish? Are you aware of the little white lies that scoot right on by and you don't even see them in your daily life? Can you recognize those? Because of the way I was raised or not feeling good enough about myself, whenever I had friends in high school or as I was growing up, I would embellish. I would make the story a little bit stronger, a little bit clearer, a little bit prettier, a little bit more than what I actually went through. I would start to add to my story things that I've heard or things that I've read, but I'd add them to my story, not thinking anything was wrong, and speaking in this way as it were my own. Now, since then, I don't know if you ever know, but a camera will not lie. I have caught myself so many times on camera in the very beginning, about three and a half years ago, doing this in different ways, and I went, really? So for me, you know who I am. I release, I release, I release. And then I replaced it with integrity, clarity, my own knowing. If I add in something that I've heard or that I've read, I add the link for you. I add the link so you guys can read it. You can follow the same beautiful stories, things that I've become aware of, and that type of thing. One perfect example is a few years ago, I was a co-producer of a documentary with my business partners, and it was called Where Do You Go When You Die? I was interviewed on life after death, near-death experiences. What I shared in the interview was my first son that died, Nicholas Stan. So that's not a near-death for me. I didn't have a near-death. I have no memory of a near-death or an afterlife experience. But I was interviewed, and when I was editing, thank God I was the editor on this one. When I was editing this, I looked at it and I was watching. I'm going, wait a minute, this isn't real. I didn't have a near-death experience. That as I was sharing the story about when my son died, he did come back. He did show up to me again as a much older boy, 18 years old. He did stay. See, there I go again. That was my third son that died. My first son that died, see, these are the things that are so subtle that we don't realize. And the reason I'm bringing this up is, where are you in integrity? This is the month. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Wherever you are, it will amplify back to you and hold you in a place to where you only see yourself. So do you want to see yourself telling yourself little lies? I mean, after a while, you can go mad and go, what is my truth? What's real? What's not real? It's not an easy place to be. So be the best. Be the most brilliant part of you, like I am doing. So when I was sharing, I corrected myself. My son who showed up at my bedside when he was 18, he died when he was 12 hours old, but when he was 18 years old, that was my last son, Andrew Lee. My first son, in the interview, that's the one I was talking about, in the interview was Nicholas Stan. What he did for me in showing himself was later on in years, he would show up and he would say to me, probably about 5-6 years ago, he goes, keep on singing, mother. Keep singing, Mom, keep singing. And so I really appreciated this clarity from him, because when I sing or I hum, I'm trying to balance energy in my body or what's going on in the planet, because I'm an empath. I've learned that this helps to really keep it balanced for me because I'm so extremely sensitive to those energies. What are you trying to rationalize here? Where are we making a spectacle of ourselves and not just saying, okay, that's not real, that's not the truth, and I want to change it. So how do we change things? We say release, 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 and I replace it with integrity, truth, joy, happiness, and love. You can go on and on and on, but replace that void that you just released. It creates this little void, this little vacuum. So replace it with what you want. Another way that we embellish or we lie to ourselves sometimes is job interviews. When we go on a first date, we're meeting someone, we may embellish a bit. If you're on a dating site, you may embellish a little bit and not tell the complete truth. Those are another ways to get stuck, to get lost, and not being able to move forward. These are patterns that when they happen, woo! And that's what you get. More of the lies. Everything stops. The flow of God, the flow of healing, the flow of change stops. And their universe waits for you and goes, okay, we will wait for her to get out of her own shit, or at least wanting to look at it, so that it can change. What is the first thing to do so that change can happen? Become aware. Become aware of what you're doing and what's going on in your body. I will say honestly to you, you do not have to make changes. You do not have to change something you're doing. That's your right. But don't ignore it. When I saw that in my editing, it was embarrassing, but I wanted to clean it up. I wanted to be better than I was yesterday. I wanted to be clearer. I wanted more answers. I wanted to know an answer for every question I had. I didn't want it to be suspended or held in a place for a while to where I had to clear up my shit and then I would, okay, let's do this again. Then I got answers. Then I got clarity because I was honest to myself. I didn't want the delay. I want it now. That's the kind of person I am. I want it now. I want the truth. I ask a question. I want a response. And I want to be able to have that, to trust that, to build on that. How do you get that in your life? Integrity. Being honest. Say you have a pattern in your body, you just saw it. Say you're afloat. Okay, I love this example. Say you're afloat and you got home and your husband kind of gets a sense of something's going on and he asks you a question. Did you do this? Did you do that? Maybe if you went out and had some drinks with your friends, did you flirt with someone or did you flirt with someone at your job? Sometimes our loved ones pick things up. And so your husband asks you, did you run into anybody? Did you, what's going on? I'm feeling something. Well, the embellishing or the little lies that we tell ourselves, it would be, no, I just went out with my girlfriends, everything was fine. But when you were out with your girlfriends, it could have been an innocent thing of you just wanted more attention. You just liked the attention. The man was good looking and it was just fun and harmless. Stop. Everything just came to a stop still. Boop. Where's the truth? Could you be brave enough to tell your spouse, your loved one, the truth? I went out with my girlfriends and there was this guy that I saw, very good looking, and I flirted a little bit. It was enjoyable, it was harmless, but it was a moment. But I realized that this showed me that I need time with you. I want to have a date. I want to set up a date night. I need a little bit more time with you because I'm lacking a little attention. All right, yay! Now, say you look at it and you like to flirt and you don't really necessarily think your spouse needs to know the truth to a limit is still a lie, but at least you're looking at it. Are you afloat? All right, good. Your husband asks you again the question and you deny it and say, nope, I just went with my friends, had a really good time, did some dancing. All right. You've looked at the truth. Haven't you? Didn't you look at yourself? No? After you answered your husband, when you get quiet and you're looking at your life in the day as you go to bed, look at yourself and say, oh, I am afloat. I needed that attention. I wanted that attention, whatever it be. It felt good. I feel I was okay, but I wanted that attention. I had fun. Now there's truth. What happens when we're truthful to ourselves? Again, I'll go back and say, you don't have to change it. Seriously, you really don't. You don't have to change being afloat. Stay afloat. Have fun being afloat. Be aware that you are afloat. Do not lie to yourself and say, I'm not afloat. Really, no. But yet you go out and you do flirt with men or you get attention from them. Same thing. Tell the truth to yourself as you go to bed. And then look at your higher spirit, your God, say a little prayer and say, thank you for what that gave me. What you've done in being aware in that very instant, you've allowed Spirit a place to sit with you. So things don't come to a dead halt, a stop at a stuck, and it's like, oh, now what? If you don't own it, it can get so messy and so messed up. But if you keep it clear, then you've brought awareness, and Spirit is sitting with you. Things will move forward. Spirit can work. Whatever it is you and Spirit decide is yours to do. But it does not block or does not just stop the flow of healing, love, expansion, more wealth, you name it. Wherever the issue is in your life, it doesn't stop and have to restart. Sometimes we can't even restart it. We have to go get cables and somebody has to help us get a jump. That's so much trouble. That's such a mess. Why even go there? Why even cause that in your life? Just be honest. Say, yep, I'm afloat and I like it. Other ways that we can tell these little white lies and they hurt others is in a place where we're, especially let's use the example of an office. You're at work and your boss, your supervisor or co-worker is really annoying, really causing a pain in the ass. A lot of people don't like this individual. Say I'm being mean to this coworker. Okay, I'm lying to myself, okay? First of all, I'm lying by saying I like her and I act like I like her. We do this in the corporate America. I know I did it for many, many years. We pretend like we like someone. We put this face on that we like someone. Now, you can not get along with someone, but still respect them. You don't have to go overboard that you like them, invite them to lunch or gossip with them or anything like that. You don't have to. You can have a due respect and still appreciate the human that they are, the job they're doing. You can see divinity in them, but you don't have to like them. Don't overdo it. Don't lie to them by really engaging with them. And then a moment comes and you're pissed off again at them, so you say something or you're quick and there they go crying again. Or they're upset or they're frustrated or there's this little friction, there's this energetic between the two of you. You don't have to. Don't engage with this individual. Do not lie to yourself that you like them. If they're your immediate supervisor, this gets a little bit more tricky. But all you have to do is when you need help from them, keep it short and sweet if they're your supervisor. Know the question you need, wait for the answer, do not engage, and then walk away. Keep it short and sweet, as little time around them as needed, and then walk away and take what you need, what they've offered as your boss, as your supervisor. Because yes, we do have to get permissions from them. We do learn from them. But we don't need to act like we like them. We do not need to laugh with them. You do not need to start and engage a long conversation. The perfect example with me is in a couple jobs back, is I had a supervisor that way. I gave that one away. I don't want to divulge on the person, but it was a woman. And this woman was abusive to others, whether she knew it or not. I know a couple of times she didn't know about it, but her directors did have to have a talk to her about all the employees that were under her. And my turn was coming. I was going to be under her. So I remember a couple of times I tried to be nice and really open up the space, and the claws came in. You could feel the claws just dig in, and I went, ow, wow. One time I cried because damn, it hurt. The second time I was so sad and wiped out that seriously this person just can't be nice being near me. So I decided to conquer this one. I acknowledged to myself, I do not respect the woman or the person she is. I do honor the job she does because I need to learn from her. I have a job to do and she has my information. So what I started to do, this particular woman loved to gossip. So a couple times she would come up to my desk and she'd start to gossip. I very gently just turned my chair and I reached for something else. Now she's not a stupid woman. She kind of got it and she would walk away. Once she waited for me to turn back to her, she was still there and she started to want to engage again. I very gently got up and went and got some water. She got it. So don't lie to yourself that you like them, but learn how to embrace the divinity, the respect of the position they are in, because they've earned it. In their own way, they have earned it. I know you don't like them. Maybe there's one that's always crying and she's never doing it right, and they let her get away with murder. She does half a job. She's not clear. She's messy. Say she's not even on time. She's not organized. She's not good at a job. How did she get this job? That's none of your business. What we need to know is, wow, she's not good at what she does. But the one thing I will honor is that she does have the position. Simple. It's none of your business how she got it, why does she still have it, why don't they fire her. Don't get into all that minutia and all that drama. Don't repeat all that. Simply stay in a knowing of she's there, she has certain questions, or she has certain information, certain ways that she can guide me because of it. I will honor that part and only that part. Do not befriend her. Don't go to lunch. I don't care how many excuses you have to make. Don't pretend. And what happens is it clears things up. When I did this with my one boss, I did this over a period of about 4 or 5 months. As I was leaving the job, I resigned and went elsewhere. It was amazing because she came up to me and she goes, "You're resigning?" And I said, "Yep, better opportunity." And she goes, "But I thought we were getting on so tremendously." Now, I didn't fake me, but I was able to show her the love that I have for her and the respect of the position she's in. I was so grateful. I said, "Oh my God," inside. I said, "Oh my God, I did it. I did it." I created a place of honor and love, which is what I like to do. I was able to show that love part of me. And it was a good one. It was a big one for me, and I am so grateful. It was so much fun to do at the end when I saw that. So yes, we can engage with people, but we do not necessarily like them. But don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to them. And everything will open up. You will become clearer. The one thing I love is you will gain a confidence that you never thought you did not have. You gain this place of, oh my God, I can manage my world. I can manage my life. I can step up and be bigger and better. And I am so clear. I deserve a better job. You can go after it and get it. You can say, I deserve more money. You can go after it and you will get it. Because you begin to expand in confidence, your self-esteem, your knowing, the way you feel about yourself in that powerful way. Because you know in that powerful being that you are, you can always send love to another individual, no matter who they are or what they're doing, without changing or trying to change them or trying to say it's their fault or trying to say you need to change this so my job and everything else will be better. It has nothing to do with that. You can send love and get everything you want and not even think about changing them. None of it. It doesn't work that way. But you're going to get what you want. It's a beautiful place to be. So, again, I hope the show has helped. We're moving into a powerful time this month of August. If you are at a place to where you need to release and you are looking at somebody else, you're looking at the world, the news, blaming them, blaming your loved ones, blaming your children, saying, you are spoiled. You kids, how the hell did you ever get this way? You are spoiled rotten. That started with you. If you're looking at the world and you have fear and, oh my God, they're going to blow us up, and that starts with you. How do you change it? You. Start with you in changing it. There's so much information here. There's so much that we can do and shift very short time. Real fast, real quick. Because in the month of August, come about the 15th, your life is going to be amplified back to you. And that is going to be a place where you will be held. And don't be insane. Don't be crazy. Don't be chaotic. Be beautiful. Be love. Have fun. Laugh. Empower yourself. Strengthen yourself. Let's do it. It's so simple now than compared to where I was. It can happen faster. It can happen quicker if you just become aware and own who you are. Are you afloat? Enjoy it. Are you cheating? Are you cheating somehow? Whether it's the job, a test, on your loved one? Are you cheating in a relationship? Are you not being faithful somehow? Own it. Own it. And let the power begin. I hope you've enjoyed the show. As always, please reach out. How are those little white lies showing up in your life? Share with me. I'd love to know your experience, and if you have questions or you get a little confused on this process, because it's a new process that you're going to be putting into play here, right? It's a new process, so I can help. We just need to be reminded and told again, or just go to my video and watch it again. But in any way that I can help, and I will always respond to you, reach out, share your experiences, and I am sending you love always.